Some tries to fix up the orientation this time as well. Yeah, and we got 5 minutes as well. So I'm like, from right here, as you see over here, approximately 15 minutes here for the reaction. So yeah, personally, yeah, I there isn't really that much delay like for what I expect. For before this presentation starts, which I'm assuming, like from what I'm assuming, at least at least we get like there are predictions saying, like there are theories saying that in the free roam there are characters in the free roam, and those characters could show, like, for example, I think in the sand area we see Nabbit without like we see Nabbit there, and maybe like he might require you to grab him for he might task you to do something, and that's after you finish that thing, you might, and then you might unlock Nabbit. So yeah, I was could be thinking like that. So maybe that part could be some sort of story mode in for Mario Kart World. Or it could be something similar to Mario Kart DS's mission mode, or it could be even more than just missions. It could be like an actual story, just like Diddy Kong Racing's story mode. So you have a story. I don't know what story it could be. Well, yeah, some sort of story mode. I don't know, like seeing, yeah, somehow, yeah, like how the chat saying over here in the Nintendo Direct here, saying yeah, trying to justify the $80. Trying to this direct would try to justify the $80 price tag of this game. So maybe they could be showing big features in this game, showing like, showing that it could be that showing that it's worth dumping $80 into this game. I'm like, personally myself, I don't really have that much. Make that much. I need any other predictions for this other than just that story mode. Like maybe more characters, but doubt it. We got all those wild picks back in the Switch 2 presentation. So I don't really know, really. There could be some other wild cards in here as well. Maybe showing more of those vehicle, like those big vehicles. Like big vehicles like that big semi truck that was shown in the trailer, and and in the treehouse where we saw like a big boat in the ocean, in the water. I don't sure in the water. I'm not sure how to say it really. In the ocean, I don't know. Well, you know what I mean. So we show gameplay of how those big vehicles work, and why it's worth going into those vehicles and and going out of your way. And same could be said for the costumes as well. Those little bags on the side of the road. Like, why would you need to go there if it's just a straight line? You know, especially in Mario Bros. Circuit. In next to Yoshi's Diner, there's that one little bag. So maybe to justify why you need to go a bit off the road to go get that bag. Other than that, really nothing really else on mind. Same thing like I gotta say from the other presentations. If something pops up in my head, and as it's shown on the screen, I will mention this, saying like, oh yeah, that thing as well. Yeah. So other than that, really, 1 minute left until the direct starts, and see how they justify the $80. Yeah, don't worry about that if you heard that. Yeah, we'll just wait until it starts. It's already 8 for me, so there it is. Yeah, yeah, the Koopa costume.
Drivers, start your engines.
Do-do-do-do-do-do,
Welcome to the Mario
do-do-do-do-do.
Kart World game, available exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system. What kind of races await you?
Getting stabbed by, getting
In
wrecked by a
Mario Kart
banana.
World,
Damn.
you'll aim for first place in each Grand Prix. But why stop there? Across cities, plains, a desert, and even the ocean,
Damn.
you can drive virtually everywhere in this fully interconnected world. Races are held on courses scattered throughout various regions that span this world, and you can freely drive between them.
I think you'd
There's a
just
lot in
go
store,
through
but
courses.
only at the starting line. Let's introduce some of the courses that are waiting for you.
Didn't we see
Here we
most of
go.
them already? Didn't we see most of them?
Courses are found throughout the world, inspired by their surrounding region. Let's take a look at some of the new courses to explore. Ride the ridges and roads on Mario Brothers Circuit.
Yeah, cool. We already knew about
And use
this.
the curves around the canyon. You can't miss it.
Yeah, the first track of the game makes sense.
See the sights and
Crown
structures
City,
of Crown City.
and then I think it was DK Spaceport. I think it was, or was that the last
You can
one?
soar in style down Main Street.
No, yeah, we're gonna go back to Crown City.
Drift along the rapid waterways of
Yeah,
Salty Speedway.
yeah.
And make the
After this
splendid
would be
Crown
DK
City
Spaceport.
canals. Stay cool in the
No,
snowy trails of Star UP.
where's DK Spaceport?
Just don't
Yeah,
slip off while soaking up the scenery.
it's not really going.
Here it's showing
It's
the
not going in the
conditions
correct in
here for
the
the city.
cup order.
It's a whole new kind of drive-in theater.
Cool.
And in addition to lots
Bowser's
of new
Castle.
courses,
Bowser's Castle.
there's Toad's Factory.
There is it. Oh, but sorry, we already saw that in the treehouse.
Wario Shipyard,
Cool.
and more.
And
Nostalgic
more.
courses from past titles are also here, but
Why?
now they're reimagined and spread throughout the world.
Yeah. Where's the prefix for them? Why is it just Toad's Factory and not Wii Toad's Factory?
Race as familiar characters like Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, and Yoshi.
Bro, what's with them and saying and making Bowser look at
Goomba.
like the announcer's voice
Right.
saying
And that's
you-
right, Cow.
I thought it's called Moo Moo.
Even more new racers
But I was trying to
competing in
state that,
real
saying, why would they emphasize a lot of Bowser, with the deep voice, and for Yoshi, they just have a high pitched, voice for Yoshi,
characters and vehicles
the announcer's
have
voice, that
different
is.
stats, so make sure to find the combo that best suits you. There are two main styles of race revving up in this world: Grand Prix and Knockout.
Where's
Tour.
battle mode?
In both modes, up to 24 drivers
Battle mode.
participate.
Don't fuck up. Don't fuck up battle mode.
Here
Like how you did it on the Wii U.
only hazards you'll need to avoid on the road. Look out for cars that shoot bullet bills.
That's a bomber bill. You dumb? Are you dumb? That's a bomber bill, not a bullet bill.
Try to steer clear.
Oh yeah. This is N64 Wario Stadium.
With Mushroom Cup, Flower Cup,
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Star Cup, and more. Grand Prix races are held all around the game's world. You'll race through 4 different courses in each cup and aim for the top spot. In Mushroom Cup, you'll start off
That's a
racing
banger
around Mario
OSD
Brothers
for the N64 raceways.
Circuit. Race will take you from Mario Brothers Circuit to Crown City.
Then to Salty,
Time, you'll need
and then
time
to
yourself
DK
the next
Spaceport.
run in
We
Grand
know how
Prix.
that works.
So don't sleep at the wheel. certain colorful course will appear.
Yeah, it's those little the rainbow fragments on
Next
the.
is a new mode.
I think it's like a rainbow fragment on the one of the canyon
From
walls.
Golden
Say,
Rally
that,
to
that
Ice
that
Rally
that
and
rumor is
more.
Rainbow Road.
These
And
extend
have you seen the
races
leaks?
from one end of the
There,
world to the other.
obviously there's a Rainbow Road in this game. Not sure
Enter the
about
first sprint.
GBA Rainbow Road or like
Who
GCN
gets
Rainbow
the
Road, but
race?
I'm not sure how that's gonna
Stay
work
in the
out.
race.
But yeah, we know there's gonna be
Speed
at
force
least
checkpoints
at
will
least
appear.
one Rainbow
You
Road.
don't make
So
the cut. You're out of
it's
the
quite
race.
obvious that a Rainbow Road exists in this game.
Buckle up. The competition gets more intense as you close in on the checkpoints. You've got to drive to survive in Knockout Tour. So
Yeah,
keep your eyes on the
elimination
prize
rounds makes
and
sense.
aim for first place.
Any new items that we don't know of?
Items can drastically change the outcome of a race. Here are some new items that'll help you out. Coin shell.
So it's not called the Golden Shell. That's
Now's
kind
your
of a
chance to
bummer.
grab 'em. Just don't let your rivals cash in first.
Yeah, like bro, wasn't it called the Golden Shell in New Soup
Please grab
2?
rivals and send them spinning. Hammer. Aim the hammer in an arc and
Like in
grab it.
Tour, like in
Hammers can
Tour,
also stay on the course for a short time.
not like that in
Just
Tour.
to block off rivals. Mega mushroom. With the mega mushroom,
From Wii
it's
and in
easy,
Tour.
so your rivals will go home. Feather. Use the feather to
From
jump up
SNES
and avoid
and
attacks.
8 Deluxe.
You may even discover some unexpected routes.
Yeah, shortcuts make sense. That's how players work.
Comics magic.
So
your
it's just
rivals
called a
will
Kamek?
transform.
Damn.
What other mysterious effects will happen? You'll have to see for yourself. The lower your placement, the more likely you are to find
Yeah,
items
but
that'll
but
turn the tables.
yeah, but your
So when
yeah,
you
but your
grab items,
but your opponents
go for it.
don't get spun out. That's kind of stupid for a bullet bill in this game.
And if you're new to the Mario
Huh.
Kart series, there are added support
That's a
features
retro
to
track
help you
OST.
along the way.
I'm blanking on the name.
These
I heard that song before. It's a banger.
smart steering, which
Oh, I see
allows
everything's a
you to
banger, but
control
yeah, sounds familiar.
tilt controls, where you can hold a Joy-Con 2 controller horizontally and use motion controls to steer. And if you have the Joy-Con 2 wheel, you can feel like you're really driving. Ooh, how about a quick break? A snack sounds good. right
Yeah,
about now.
the food
Hey,
bag.
look, it's a drive-through. Here at Yoshi's, you can grab an order to go. Dash food.
That's what it's called. Oh yeah, there's
Take a bite, and you can unlock outfits inspired by your meal.
there's like 3 different levels of the food.
Eat some sushi and whoa, nice threads. Once unlocked, these outfits can be selected from the character selection screen.
But yeah, but not but not on the little menu though.
Make a pit stop.
Why
and
is
check
it
out
why
the
is it like on a
strawberries
completely
all
different
around the
page?
world.
Like put it on this like a little sub
That
menu
was a nice
for
detour.
costumes.
Now let's get back to the action.
Yeah,
Let's introduce some
double
new
tricks,
that'll help
the
you
double
ace
tricks,
each race.
or triple tricks. I don't know.
Charge jump. You can now use a
Oh,
charge jump.
I thought you were talking about
Hold the
the
drift button while driving straight ahead. Charge and release to jump.
cool.
Use this to leap over obstacles.
And cars make sense.
Grind along power lines. And dodge attacks from your rivals.
Is that how you
Water wall.
is that how you would dodge red shells by doing a charger jump? Damn, that'd be interesting. You could dodge a red shell like
Mix the
that.
tricks together, and you may even reach places like so
Barely
close.
made it.
Almost there. Whenever this happens, be kind and
What the fuck?
this will return your vehicle to its original position.
That's weird. Does that not affect the actual race? That is weird.
When mapping out how to best approach a course.
I used it a lot on NSO, but like in an actual game,
Will still move normally
Oh,
So don't lose your lead.
makes sense. That'd be very weird if everyone else got rewinded as well.
In time trials, it's you against the clock.
Damn,
Here you can race with any other competitors.
all of this music that's playing here, and I'm just like
If you
blanking on
love
the
fun,
OSD.
you can download and compete against Ghost data from racers around the world.
Though, still we're waiting if this somehow would justify the $8 price tag.
Customize the rules of the road in Versus Race.
Yeah,
You
but
can use the classic rule set of running 3 laps within the same course. Or you can choose to drive the distance from one course to another.
I was to say like yeah, you can actually so it's just
Even take the road less traveled and choose routes that aren't in Grand Prix or Knockout
yeah,
Tour.
so you don't have to choose the straightaways.
Up to 24 drivers can now compete in 2, 3, or even 4 teams.
Hmm,
Group up and
interesting.
get ready to put the pedal to the metal. Next up, Battle Mode.
Oh,
Pop off locally or online in Balloon Battle. Use items to burst your rivals' balloons. Pop them all and your
interesting.
rivals out.
Looks like it's an actual tracks.
Where you can go for the gold by collecting
This is like just like the Wii U and it's just,
enjoy whatever drives you.
unless it no that this is Big Donut. That's the name of that N64 track battle track. Because I remember playing that battle track a lot in
You can enjoy
Mario
free
Kart 7
roam and go wherever your heart takes you.
story
No
mode.
worries, no problem. Ride the rivers. See the
Bro,
seas.
DK's back with the dab. Oh my god, from Mario Kart 8.
Ride the desert. Or jump off from way up here. You can go wherever you like, even to
So,
the edges of the world.
well, you can't break the world barrier though.
Switch over there. Hit hundreds of P-switches you find across the world to start missions.
Yeah, mission just like in Mario Kart DS.
You can hone your driving ability outside of races. There are also hidden coins,
Collectibles make sense.
hidden panels, and more. So take the scenic route.
Yeah, but that's just collectible. That's just really collectibles, though.
Also, during free roam, you can take photos whenever you like.
Yeah, we already know about this. You literally told us this in the Switch 2 presentation.
Look at the camera. Choose a frame to decorate and nice. That one's a winner. If one person has Mario Kart World, up to 4 players can race in split screen
Yeah,
on the same system.
Oh no, this is not download play. I was thinking oh, this is like download play,
Also
but nah.
supports local wireless play. Up to 8 players with up to 2 players on each system can race together this way.
Or is it? Oh yeah, that's like download play.
And up to 24 players from around the world can join a race or battle in online play.
Cool. Still does not justify the $8 though.
Look like free roam, but this is where you'll wait while your friends join you.
Okay. Again, you already told
Like
us.
someone's arrived. Yep, you can meet up with your crew anywhere in this world.
Okay.
By checking the map, you can quickly see where your friends are and travel to their location.
Emoting.
Battle
Limo.
a race with custom rules. Or just go for a ride together. Make this road trip your own.
Cool.
You can also
Yeah,
take
literally.
photos together along the way.
Literally.
If that's more your speed.
Just like that's one nice photo over there. Again with game chat.
With game chat,
Literally,
enjoy
you're just saying the
instant
same stuff that you said in the
experiences
Switch 2
online with
presentation.
friends. Use the built-in microphone to voice chat while driving together.
We could, bro. We could just use fucking Discord, bro. Well, here's the
Or sit
giant
in the back
semi.
seat and watch each other's game screens. If you have a Nintendo Switch 2 camera,
Or you could use Discord on your
you can enjoy
computer.
seeing your friends' reactions while playing together. Who's close by? Wait, who just passed me? You'll be able to tell
Nah,
in an instant. Aim a shell and bullseye.
you don't really need that. You're fine, better. You're better fine with just
And
using
when
Discord.
playing together in person on the same system, a single camera can detect up to 4 people's faces. Enjoy the view and get ready to face off with your friends.
Yeah. Who else is not gonna use the C button when they have the Switch 2? I might use it a bit, but not that much though. Okay. Still does not justify the $80 price tag.
A transcontinental race around the world is just around the corner in Mario Kart World.
Okay.
Available exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2. A hardware bundle that includes a digital version of Mario Kart World will also be available.
Well, and how did that justify the $80, guys? Did that at all help you justify the $80? Cause there really wasn't that much shown that would justify the $80 other than what you playing with your friends in free roam. Like okay, there's other games out there with you can play that are open world. You can play with your friends. I bet there are some online games like that. So yeah, I'm like, hey, my Kart World is a lot cheaper in that bundle. So I think it's like $30 cheaper in the bundle. So lots of people are gonna get that bundle because yeah. So still, I think yeah, I think it was like the vice president of Nintendo saying like, oh yeah, go watch the Mario Kart World Direct to see how it justifies the $80. Yeah, we watched it and like yeah, how does this justify the $80? Because there's literally here nothing shown here that would justify the $80. Like, my God, they sure really want they sure really want to start to get that out. They sure really want a lot of fucking money. Damn Nintendo. Yeah. Yeah, really, yeah. Not really any story mode per se, but we do got like missions though. Like it really does look like it's like going to go a much worse version of mission mode in Mario Kart DS. Cause like it doesn't seem like from what you've seen that there are gonna be bosses after you complete some sort of missions in here. 'Cause I know I haven't played Mario Kart DS, so yeah, that's how I think it was. You have like 5 missions or 6. I'm not sure how it works, and then in the middle you have a boss. So from judging from here, like the missions are just all over the free roam, and there's like what? Is it just like you collecting those piece switches? Well, no, collecting those question mark panels and the other and no, I don't know. I'm already forgetting. Literally, I just saw it. But yeah, like those question mark panels. Is it just like that? Just like you're just collecting missions basically? Is it just for those completionists out there? I'm like yeah, and then it's really not that much exciting if it's just just for completion. It's just 100%ing the free roam. I'm like yeah. I'm like I do like I do like to 100% games like if they're easy enough to complete like 100%. So yeah, but like yeah, there's some instances where in some games like that there the way to get 100% in the game is very difficult. It's very challenging. Plus, like for me at least, for you guys it might be very easy. I don't know. Personally, for me, I'm like personally for me, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe was quite difficult for me to do 100%. Makes sense, because you need like really, like intensive, like times in the Magalore, theme park. But yeah, other than that, really, I'm like nothing. Like, how would this justify the $80? Like, still though, if you guys like, hey, if you guys somehow saw this and just somehow saw this and it justifies $80, go ahead and buy it. It's your money. It's not mine. You know that, right? Like you deal you like it's your money. You spend it spend it however you'd like. So yeah, if you see if you watch this direct and you see, oh yeah, it justifies $80, go ahead and buy it. But personally, for me and most of the chat over there, most of the chat in that in this Nintendo chat over here, yeah, a lot of people are still saying, yeah, it still does not it's still not worth $80. Yeah. So yeah. So far, what I'm currently planning about the Switch 2, because yeah, I'm not sure how when the pre-orders come out. Like for personally for me, I never really did pre-orders because it's like the first time when like a new console releases. When I'm like when I'm like old enough really. Because back in 2017, I was like not underage, but I was underage. Yeah, I was underage in 2017. I was still like a quote unquote stupid child. You know what I mean, right? So I got my Switch, and I think I got my Nintendo Switch one, like like on Christmas, stuff like that. So I didn't like personally buy it myself. Like I'm assuming like my parents bought it for Christmas for me. So this would be the first time where I would have to pre-order it. So yeah, I wonder how would that work out. I'll see how that'll work out if I get my Switch 2 on June 5th, or I don't know, in June, in somewhere in sometime in June. I'll just have to figure that stuff out. It's more personal issues, so I'll figure that out. So and hell, I might not even even mention it on stream once I get my Switch 2. That's just me and just me wanting to reference how this work out. Yeah, really though. Let's see. Yeah, so oh, it's turning off because I'm not even using my computer that much, not playing anything. But yeah, other than that, really, it's. I'm if I get a Switch, dude, I'll still I'll still get Mario Kart World. Obviously I'm planning on getting the bundle version if I somehow get that. I'm assuming that bundle's gonna sell out like crazy, and as you saw in that little subtitle over there, it does state that yeah, there's limited quantities of the Marco World bundle, and that'll be until fall 2025. So yeah, like if I get my hands on a Switch 2, that is. So yeah, personally, for some guy, for guys, I would suggest getting the Marco World bundle to save like $30 from Marco World. And like unless you want a physical version, go ahead and go ahead and use up 530 bucks. If I think how I did the math right. 530 bucks. So if you guys are willing to use 530 bucks for with base Switch 2 and a physical version of Market World, go ahead. But personally, I would suggest get the bundle, even despite it being a digital copy of Market World. Like there should be enough room for you to even play Minecraft World. I think I remember correctly. I think it was like 200 265 ish gigabytes there. So it should be enough for a digital version of Minecraft World. But yeah, that should really just complete my thoughts on Minecraft on this direct. Really nothing on mind really. I'll still get the game regardless. But yeah, I'm like, yeah, it was fun looking through like another trailer of this game, but it's a bummer that there's not really like a quote unquote story mode here. Just you running around the free roam and just like going on B switches and just making doing missions. Nothing wrong with that, but I'm like, it should be more than that. And collecting little trinkets around the world, around the free roam. There should be more than just that. Maybe just like add some actual bosses in there. 'Cause I remember some people saying that. There's that one whirlpool esque place in one of the courses like that looks pretty off there. Like, why would you fly? Like when you're flying over that whirlpool, it looks a bit off, and like it looks like that's something supposed to be in that whirlpool. So I'm like, it's yeah. That's why people. That's why sometimes people were thinking like that there might be a story mode, and if that in that whirlpool that could be like a Cooper blooper or something. I'm like, hopefully there like when this game drops, there could be some bosses after you complete like a section of missions. Like you go to like a desert area, you complete the missions there, and there's like and once you complete the missions in that desert area, you get like a boss there. I don't know something like maybe like a giant pokey boss. I don't know. I don't know, but you know what I mean, right? And I'm not sure who the final boss would be in this. There could be some like once you unlock a Rainbow Road, you might get like a final mission on Rainbow Road in free roam. So maybe that, but I'm not sure who would it be. Like I don't know Bowser, but I'm like I don't know. Like you've seen how story modes work in racing games. They don't have their quote unquote serious boss in there. I like Crash Team Racing. Or like the remake, Nitro Field. Yeah, that game didn't have Cortex as the final boss, but instead had like a random alien as the final boss. I think yeah, his name was Nitrous Oxide. I think it was, or not. I don't know. I'm not really a huge Crash fan, but yeah, yeah. So it was that. So yeah, really. Just so yeah. So yeah, they could introduce like a new villain. I don't know. I'm not sure if there would be a story mode or not. But yeah, other than that, really, I'm like nothing. Not saying it again. Other thing like not saying it again. Not really like other than that, really like nothing else to say from those topics. So going on to the next thing I'll do on the channel. Yeah, really all that's like really up next in the channel is really just the next thing that I'll currently planned is really just the next installment of the MCU All Title Cards video, including Daredevil Born Again and Thunderbolts asterisks, and that'll be coming out in within the next 2 weeks. I think specifically on on or around May 3rd, around that area. I'm thinking I'm like eyeing around potentially a 6 p.m. CST drop on May 3rd, or maybe 8 p.m. CST drop. It's one of those two times. I'll just figure out how I'll work out on that day. All right, so yeah, May 3rd, 6 p.m. CST or 8 p.m. CST for the next installment of the MCU Altero slash Encore video. But yeah, really nothing else to speak about. Like other than that, you have like until I'm assuming until like July for the next for with Fantastic Four first steps. But if anything pops up or like a new, reaction pops, like a new direct pops up out of the blue in like May or hell in June. Like if there is like a June direct this year, obviously I'll be here and reacting to that. So yeah, if there's a June direct, I'll be reacting to that. But we'll see until if that direct gets announced. So if that June direct does get announced, obviously you'll see that in the live tab when that gets announced. But yeah, other than that, really, nothing really else to yap about. So see y'all in 2 weeks for my next video, and hopefully see y'all for the June direct if there is one in June. So yeah, other than that, see you guys. Peace out. The channel.